everybody. Good afternoon. It's 5 o'clock on the 11th. It's nearly 5 o'clock on the 11th. Tapping every day in September on different topics, different situations, different feelings in the body. There's a little bit of a pattern, a process. We're stripping off the layers. You take off one layer, there's another emotion underneath. There's this process of clearing, working with emotion. And it's different for everybody. And you'll have different emotions coming up and different triggers, but essentially we're all trying to move towards, or I'm trying to help you get towards feeling more peaceful, more relaxed, more successful, more yourself, in as many ways as you can. And that's really about if you see yourself on a scale with positivity that way, sunshine if you like, and negativity and nighttime this way. There's anything wrong with nighttime, but maybe negative that way, positive that way. It's just turning to face that direction. You don't have to make any movement. You don't have to do anything. It's about shifting your outlook, what you're aiming for. You know, that kind of negative spiral we can get into that takes you down. We want that spiral to be moving up, even if it's 1 degree, even if it's a tiny amount. If you're going in that direction, then everything's going to keep moving in that direction. The way that you want, something more positive, more relaxed, more ease in your body, happier in your life. I believe we are here to be happy. If we're not happy, we need to heal. We heal through relationships, through communication, through processing our emotions, resolving difficult moments from the past, traumas, letdowns, fears, miscommunications, stories from our past are still impacting us. So when I work one-to-one with a client, I'm looking at those past moments, past memories that are still impacting. We can do that one-to-one work, diving in, clearing, processing, getting the learning, finding a new way of being. This work today is more general. We're just going into the emotions and moving us, as I say, in a sort of general, more positive direction. So if there's something that you need, as I said all along, you can ask for a request for an emotion or a situation. If you need to go deeper, then you can book a free half-hour consultation with me. We can talk about what you're going through, what you might need, how I might be able to help you. So that's there available for you. And before I go any further, please like and subscribe and share. I'm trying to reach as many people as I can to teach them these techniques and this process of you can make yourself feel better. You can change your state. Good. So nice, easy breath. Relax. Take a few stretches into your shoulders. This is quite a good one. Build the tension up. And let it go. Squeeze into your muscles, feel that tension, tightness. Let it go. And again, squeeze every muscle in your body. Scrunch up tight. And let it go. And that's a really good one to do if you're having trouble sleeping or you feel tense. If you squeeze the muscles, it kind of squeezes out the old energy and allows new to come in. All these little tips and techniques all make a difference. They all add up. So today we're looking at clearing, releasing self-doubt and building self-trust, because our programming in the past hasn't always helped us. It's not always feeling good. And we want to move towards something that feels better. So when you take off the old program, start building in the new one, it's like meeting a new friend, almost a new person. You want to get to know them. You want to slowly build that trust. And we're kind of rebuilding the trust within ourselves, because often if we've been let down by someone or something, that's a reflection of something where actually we felt let down by ourselves and we projected outside of us, which is why feels difficult to heal, because we blame other people and situations and everything externally. But if you heal it internally, it doesn't matter what's going on outside of there. When you have resilience, self-trust, self-love, self-value, then no one can touch you. So we're rebuilding that now. Okay, so nice, easy breath. Checking in with your body. Close your eyes if that feels good. If not, you want a soft focus. Bring your attention to the top of your head, and as always, scan down through your body, noticing any tension, any heaviness, taking a few easy breaths, and letting go. making the out breath slightly more effort. Now let the in breath come in naturally. As you notice any tension when you breathe in, you can start letting that go as you breathe out. You might choose a color or an energy to bring in around you today. Confidence, ease, relaxation. It might be gold, white, yellow, pink, green, whatever you need. Whatever that means to you, breathe it in to every cell of your body. We're working with the physical body, of course, but also the energy body, our emotional body, which can't be seen, but we feel it. It's here. It's part of us. Just acknowledging all those different parts of us. Some of those are protector parts. They will stop us from going to certain places, remembering certain things. They're trying to protect us from feeling difficult emotions. And just letting those protector parts know that they're safe, that we are just looking at this. There's no pressure, there's no forcing. We're just allowing emotion to be released. Again, that will just settle into your unconscious mind. Your subconscious mind will know what all of that means, as will your conscious mind, but relax. Good. Let's just tap a couple of rounds, breathing. If this is the first time you've watched any of these videos, you can just copy and tap along. Breathe. Just go with it. Tapping top of the head. The next point's the beginning of the eyebrow. And the side of the eye, not really focusing on anything, just settling into the space under the eye. You'll notice as you start tapping every day, it has an accumulative effect under the nose. You start to get into the habit of releasing emotion. You might yawn more quickly on the chin. You come out of stress into rest and relaxation, rest and repair, collarbone. You might find if you're having a stressful day, you find yourself tapping automatically, particularly on the collarbone point. This is the anxiety point. Just allowing your body knows what to do, what it needs, letting it release. Good. And under the arm, side of the rib cage, on the thumb. And then through the finger points. First finger, you're aiming for this corner of the nail, top corner of the nail. You can tap anywhere, but that's where the point comes up out of the body. Middle finger, same, corner of the nail. We have points all over us, acupressure points, energy points, ring finger. You can't get it wrong, so don't feel if you're tapping here that you're not making an impact, because it's about the intention as well. Little finger. And of course, some people can't tap, can't move for one reason or another. Doesn't mean that you can't have the intention and imagine what you're doing. That's another good tip on the side of the hand now. If you're in bed and you can't sleep, you can imagine tapping on the point so you don't have to do this action, or you can imagine just pressing and holding the points, just focusing for a few seconds on each one in your mind. For a start, that will start to shift your brainwave and your attention into the present moment, distract you from what you're doing. You know, counting sheep does work because it takes you out of what you're thinking about. You're focusing on something and you start to change the brainwave state into something more relaxing. Good. Lovely. We're going to tap one more round, top of the head. A bit quicker this time. I'll stop talking. Beginning of the eyebrow. Side of the eye. Yeah, under the eye. Under the nose. On the chin. Collarbone. Under the arm. Side of the rib cage. On the thumb. Through the finger points, first finger. Middle finger. Excuse me. Ring finger. The little finger. And the side of the hand. Lovely. Bring your hands back to your heart. Good. You can keep your eyes closed, or you can open them if you like. We're going to go back to that in a moment. But just thinking for a moment about self-doubt, what that means to you. Like not knowing what to do next, or needing to question yourself or someone else for reassurance. How does self-doubt show up for you? like I don't know what time to leave, for example, or I don't know what I need, or I don't know what to do next. All these kind of I don't knows. You do know. You do know what you need and what to do next. But just focus in on that self-doubt, questioning, the worry, getting it wrong. Just so you know, tomorrow we're going to be doing fear of judgment of other people. So any of that will get addressed tomorrow as well. So just noticing the fear that comes up around self-doubt and why you might have that. I'm going to start tapping on the side of the hand and repeating after me. These moments of doubt, staying on the side of the hand, all these moments of self-doubt, these times I've questioned myself and maybe disregarded what's right for me to keep someone else happy, or given my responsibility to other people. When I needed to trust myself. All these moments that I didn't trust myself in the past. I felt uncertain, afraid of getting it wrong, afraid of being judged. All these different fears. I choose to let them go. Yeah, top of the head. All this self-doubt. Beginning with the eyebrow. This feeling in my body. Side of the eye. All this uncertainty. Under the eye. I don't know what to do. Under the nose. I don't know what to say. On the chin. I don't know what to think. Collarbone. I don't know how to behave. Under the arm. All these moments in my past. On the thumb. Where I've doubted myself. First finger. Where I've hesitated. Middle finger. I didn't know it was a yes or a no. Ring finger. All these moments of uncertainty. Little finger. All these fears. Side of the hand. All these doubts. Top of the head. This self-doubt. Beginning of the eyebrow. All these moments where I didn't trust myself. Side of the eye. When I could have trusted myself. Under the eye. But I was trying to make everyone else happy. Under the nose. I was trying to get it right for everybody else. On the chin. I was really trying to make a difference. Collarbone. I was just trying to get it right. Under the arm. I didn't want to get it wrong. On the thumb. So I doubted myself. First finger. Or I wouldn't allow myself to come up with a reason. Middle finger. Or a solution. Ring finger. Where I just let someone else take over. Little finger. Maybe I didn't want the responsibility. Side of the hand. Maybe I was afraid. Top of the head. Whatever the reason. Beginning of the eyebrow. If I don't know what I want, side of the eye, then I want to know what I do want. Under the eye. And it's usually the opposite. Under the nose. If I can relax on the chin and just make one decision at a time. Collarbone. And start to build my self-trust. Under the arm. Maybe this will become easier for me. On the thumb. Doubt feels uncomfortable. First finger. Uncertainty feels like I have no foundation. Middle finger. I wonder what would happen. Ring finger. If I started to build that foundation. Little finger. To feel more confidence in myself. Side of the hand. It would be great to just make decisions. Top of the head. And not worry about the consequences. Beginning of the eyebrow. To have certainty. Side of the eye. To know that I know what I want. Under the eye. To know that I am steering my own ship. Under the nose. To know that I can take responsibility. On the chin. And make my life the way I want it to be. Collarbone. I see those people who are really certain. Under the arm. And I want to be more like them. On the thumb. I can do it in my own way. First finger, one decision at a time. Middle finger, I chose what to wear today. Ring finger, I chose what to eat. Little finger, maybe that self-doubt, side of the hand, was trained into me. Top of the head, maybe when other people tell me what to do. Little finger, beginning of the eyebrow, when I had to do things I didn't want to do. Side of the eye, maybe I stopped listening to myself. Under the eye, and started listening to them. Under the nose, those people in authority. On the chin, I can take back my power. Collarbone, I'm in control of me. Under the arm, everything's working out for me. On the thumb, and the more I engage with what I want. First finger, the more I trust myself. Middle finger, and what I'm doing. Ring finger, and how I feel. Little finger, the more successful I will be. Side of the hand, and even if I make a mistake. Top of the head, things can change in my favour. Beginning of the eyebrow, I'm sure I can find lots of moments. Side of the eye, where I've made good decisions. Under the eye, I've made good choices. Under the nose, where I can trust myself. On the chin, where I can feel good. Collarbone, I have certainty. Under the arm, there are some things I truly know. On the thumb, and the other stuff I'm learning along the way. First finger, choosing to relax. Middle finger, choosing to start to get to know myself even more. Ring finger, knowing what I like. Middle finger, what I don't like. Side of the hand, bringing in my boundaries. Top of the head, saying yes. Beginning of the eyebrow, saying no. Side of the eye, and noticing what that feels like in my body. Under the eye, I have a choice. Under the nose, of how I live my life. On the chin, I don't have to do anything differently. Collarbone, but I can change the energy behind it. Under the arm, I can change my intention. On the thumb, if I'm doing something I don't want to do. First finger, I can change how I feel about it. Middle finger, remember that I have choice. Ring finger, that I trust myself. Little finger, that everything is working out for me. Side of the hand, one step at a time. Good. Just pause for a moment and bring your hands over your heart. Just tune into a moment of certainty when you really know something, and that can be as simple as I'm thirsty and I want a glass of water. Or it could be something bigger, like I know that I want to move house. I know I want a new job. I know this is a good friend. I know that I'm safe. I know that I'm not safe. Just tune into something that you are certain about. And really feel what it feels like to know, to have certainty, to feel rooted in yourself, on the earth. It might be a very faint feeling if it's something you're not used to. And you can grow roots down into the earth. Feel the stability of the earth beneath you. And for me, when someone asks you a question, if it's not a yes, it's anything other than a yes, it's a doubt, I'm not sure, I'll check my diary, I will ... If it's not a yes, then it's a no. So for me, a yes is a yes. Anything else is a no. And that's the information I take for myself. It may be different for you, different for different people. But doubt for me is a no. That's what I've learned. or needs more investigation. So just see yourself from this point forward, when you get to a point of choice, taking a moment, choosing that stability, that standpoint with the energy of, I do know what I want. I know what I want. I know what I want. Let's tap that in for a moment. So that means crossing your hands over your chest, butterfly tapping, left then right, left, right, left, right, left, right, and repeating after me. I do know what I want. Part of me knows exactly what I want. And part of me knows exactly what I don't want. I'm noticing these parts. And I'm choosing the part that knows. I can come up with story and excuses and ask other people. But at the end of the day, it comes down to me and what I want. I have autonomy. It's my life. I can do whatever I want. It's good to feel certain. I can feel each step becoming stronger and clearer. I trust myself. Again, I'm going to tap that in. I trust myself. I trust myself. I trust myself. I'm getting it right. Good. Let's just do a round with that. Top of the head. I trust myself. Breathe it in. Beginning of the eyebrow. I trust myself more and more each day. Side of the eye. I trust myself. Under the eye. I trust myself. Under the nose. Building self-trust. On the chin. There's no rush. Collarbone. I'm learning this new language. Under the arm. I trust myself. On the thumb. I trust myself. First finger. I can do, be, have anything I want. Middle finger. I trust myself. Ring finger. I feel the trust. Little finger. In me. Side of the hand. And I send it into the world. Good. Hands back over your heart. Just take a moment to really wallow and enjoy that feeling of self-trust. Send it back into your past, forward into your future, into your rest of your day, into your sleep, into every communication, to everyone you meet can feel it flowing from you. Feel self-trust. Good. And when you're ready, wiggling your fingers and toes, stretching back into your body, into the moment. And as always, it's good to just take a few minutes to reflect. You might want to take a few notes, write the title, what do I know? And write things down. What do I know? What do I want to know? Just make that a list and just look at it and notice and sit with it, tap, and let me know how you get on. Tomorrow morning we're going at 9:30 on the 12th, and we are going to be releasing the fear of judgment. So can't wait for that one. Thanks so much for watching. Please like, share, spread it around, and I will see you tomorrow to Tap with Jemima. Bye.